Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, you caught me in the middle of using Smite in Lumbridge, using prayer. Because prayer, as we know it, is so important. So today I wanted to make a video, how to train prayer efficiently to protection prayers. And you just so happen to be able to do it decently efficiently in Misthalin. It's not like a gimmick of the video or anything, but I think it's useful because that's the area that everyone is for sure gonna have. So let's talk about it. The biggest reason that I'm providing you with this video today is because somebody from my chat, Billy Jim, was kind enough to write up a guide on how to rush protection prayers, and they put it in the r/WeSkillNow subreddit, and you'll see that's it right here. Growing subreddit, you know, it's such a cool place to be. We're all hanging out here. We're currently discussing Trailblazer. There are very useful guides on how to get good at Trailblazer, and they're all just being stored here on the subreddit. So if you want to come on over to the subreddit, subscribe here, you'll be able to have access to all of these things too. And there's much more than just this. I'll be making some other videos about the subreddit as well. But today I'm going to be going over the post from one day ago called Training Prayer in Trailblazer. So let's go in game and check it out and talk about the specifics. First of all, why would you want to train prayer? Obvious question in my opinion, but maybe not to everybody. Rushing your protection prayers or unlocking your protection prayers at all is going to give you sudden access to tons and tons of content, because protecting yourself from mage attacks, range attacks, especially melee attacks, gives you access to beating a whole bunch of quests super easily, pretty much for free. Protection prayers are some of the most important prayers in the entire game, so it's a really good idea to unlock. How do you do that? Do you just go to the Falador farm, the Lumbridge farm, since you're stuck in Misthalin? Do you just go to the farm, kill chickens, and bury bones? Well, that's going to take a while, honestly. So there's ways to go about this efficiently and smartly. Compared to the normal game, unlocking your protection prayers is going to be 5 times easier just on default settings, because we have ×5 experience rate. So it's not going to be that big of a deal, but you can still mess this up and spend way too much time doing things that you could have spent doing other things, unlocking tasks and completing achievements in Trailblazer. So it's really important to know how to do this efficiently. Throughout this whole video, we're going to talk about training prayer correctly. Normal ways to train prayer include burying bones. You're probably going to be burying whatever small bone that you get right away, because that's going to pop you up a few levels immediately. You're also going to maybe farm some big bones and maybe even dragon bones. Those would be potentially okay to get access to before you even have protection prayers of your own. It's possible, but maybe not the best. There are alternative routes to getting prayer experience than just burying bones. We will talk about the specifics of gathering bones and good ways to do that later in the video, but first let's talk about Fossil Island and cool things that are available on Fossil Island. Fossil Island is a really cool piece of content, and there's a unique gimmick that is available in a lot of different sections of the island. A lot of the things that you do suddenly gives you access to fossils. So if you're doing any of these activities, certain activities, they'll give you access to a random amount of fossils. You might get small fossils, you might get medium fossils, large plant fossils, or rare fossils. If you don't know the application of fossils, maybe you're just thinking about fossils the way that most players use them, and that would be using the fossil to fill up the Varrock Museum, where you get rewarded experience lamps. We're not talking about training prayer that way. You don't want to use your fossils to train prayer using the reward lamps, which are going to be a significant piece of experience, but there's a better way. You can just use the fossils directly on your prayer. Okay, so tons of ways to get fossils. You can get them from various monsters. You can get it from Celicept mushrooms. You can get them from tracking herbivore, high-level activity. Regardless, looting giant clamshells underwater, treasure chests, mining the boulder while in volcanic mine. It's content that I haven't even done, but apparently you can get fossils there. Looting the drift nets, digging in the soil at the museum camp, and opening a bowl of fish. I don't even know what that refers to, but the point remains, decent number of ways to get fossils. One of the best ways is chopping the Celicept mushrooms. So let's run over there real quick and check out what it's like. Personally, when I think about chopping Soliceps, my only experience with doing so is on a high-level account with high HP, with easy access to anti-poison, with easy access to teleports to get here easily, and with easy access to high-level food. Now, that's not going to be necessarily the case. Well, it's not going to be the case on an Ironman if your goal is to do this while training to get to level 43 prayer. You might reasonably be able to do this, but you are just going to require level 65 wood cutting at least. So let's say you come down here, maybe you want to take the hit right away. You're not going to have mushrooms in this pit unless you specifically decide to do this early. But I didn't take any damage doing this. Usually it hits you for half of your health, which is a pretty significant hit. And then you got to fill this pit up. But this, again, this isn't a mushroom chopping guide or anything. Oh no, I already chopped this one. Oh shoot. Okay, you do need to bring a rake in here as well, because I personally just got caught. I can't get past this part, so I need to teleport out of here and come from the north, because I'm not going to be bothered to go get a rake. Shoot, I messed up. All right, now I'm going through with this, taking the full damage again. How much damage do I take here? It's like gonna be like a 40. A 50? Whoa. All right, I'll admit it. I failed to get a fossil in the time that it took to run out of food and almost die, but that's not going to line up with your experience, because I promise it's the best way to get fossils is from Soliceps, okay? So let's just talk about what to do once we actually get the fossils. So in my inventory, I've got 2 small fossils, 2 medium fossils, 2 large, and 2 rare fossils. And I got these from chopping Soliceps at an earlier date while I was working on getting level 90 woodcutting. So let's see how to use these. Where do we go? Chat, tell me where to go. I don't know where to use these. All right, so I personally have never used the mycelium pool, but let's check out how to use this thing. Oh, this is cool. What? Do we just use our calcite? Yeah, we do. We use our calcite. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I don't know how to do this officially, so you're going to have to figure this out on your own, but this is cool. So I'm just like filling these bars up here, I guess. It's bubbling, so that's a good thing. I'm supposed to pop those, I guess. Okay, I'm just going to like throw my fossils in here. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Oh, poke bobbing fossil. This is amazing. I gotta poke this thing. Okay, so that's poke. I threw all my fossils in there. I gotta poke this one. Okay, this is some cool content, honestly. This going down's a good thing, right? The chemical process in the pool has finished, and you should now transfer the contents to the rinsing pool. Okay, I know what to do. We have to open the sluice gate. Boom. Okay, let's check the rinsing pool. What do we get here? We got a large enriched bone, a rare enriched bone, and a rare enriched bone. So I think my small one's like disappeared or something. Oh no, here's some more up here. Maybe I did some stuff wrong during that, but that's okay. Okay, so then after you do all that, you take these bones, and this is worth it because of this moment right here. So I'm going to use a medium one just to talk about how much experience we get here. Look at that, plus 1k prayer experience. That's times 5 in Trailblazer. That's 5k experience right there, just like that. Using the large, 1500, the rare, 2500. Look at that. It's insane experience, especially in Trailblazer. Those rares, 12.5k prayer experience each. That's like, I think 4 or 5 bones would get you all the way to 43, just like that. So fossils, you can't sleep on this strategy. This is awesome. Billy Jim's guide on the subreddit goes into a whole bunch more detail on this process itself, and also chopping the Soliceps. But for now, I'm going to move on and talk about ways to get big bones if you're more of a nostalgic, traditional kind of player. So here's an interesting source of big bones, and let me show it to you here. All right, here is our awesome source of big bones. There are NPCs named giant frogs. Don't worry about the big frogs that are around. You specifically need the giant frogs. They're level 13. They have no defensive stats, and they drop big bones just like that. And every time you bury one of these, we get 15 times 5. That is 75 experience per big bone right here. They're only level 13 NPCs. This is like the best way to get big bones, I'd say. Maybe not the most efficient, but perhaps the best. Because there's just a bunch of giant frogs around here, and honestly, I'm assuming that these are going to be a little bit packed by people who are trying to train their prayer, because they are just a great source of big bones. So really wanted to point this one out to you, but you just have to remember there's plenty of other places to get big bones as well. So you got hill giants, those are available right in Misthalin. Don't forget, because there's a new quest that came out, not a new quest actually, just part of the same new update, that they replaced Clan Wars with an area of hill giants with steel items, and they've got a unique drop table, but they do give big bones. So those are over there. Cool new content there. Sour hogs are new content that drop big bones, but they're kind of strong compared to these other options. But if you find yourself having to do that, they're also going to give big bones. And then once you get strong enough, this is going to be a really, really good option for most players. Moss giants. Moss giants drop awesome amounts of seeds and herbs to train your farming and just give really good supplies in general. But moss giants are going to be really, really good for this. Giant Frog Massacre 2020 is absolutely going to happen unless Trailblazer comes out in 2021. Now, Billy Jim's guide goes a little bit deeper on this, and he goes on to describe killing wyverns even as another option. I'm not going to talk about that. It seems a little bit out of reach. You need level 66 Slayer to get all the way up to them, and I'm assuming that by the time I personally get 66 Slayer, I'm already going to have 43 Prayer. But just to give you a couple of different stats, we are talking about getting level 43 Prayer. You need only 672 big bones. That'll get you all the way there, and 140 dragon bones. All good. Not very high numbers, honestly. But if you use things that'll give you another bonus, let's say that you've unlocked the Ectofuntus. You're able to use this, and it's going to like ×4 your experience rate. So you'll only need 168 big bones or 35 dragon bones. You can get all the way up to Protection Prayers with like an inventory and a half. Insane. If you have access to the Chaos Altar, 96 big bones, only 20 dragon bones. Wouldn't be a prayer guide if we didn't get all the way to level 70, so I've just got some stats for you. We're going to assume that you use dragon bones to get all the way to level 70. You need about 2k dragon bones with no bonus to get all the way to level 70. If you use a Gilded Altar, 586 dragon bones. Again, the Ectofuntus, real good, 513 dragon bones, and then the Chaos Altar, only 293 dragon bones. So potentially, you can get all the way to level 70 with like 11 inventories. That's crazy, actually. That's crazy to think about. So really looking forward to Trailblazer. Really love the boosted experience rates, and prayer's not going to be that big of a hurdle, honestly, but it's really, really good to have a plan going in Trailblazer, just like with every other concept. That being said, this channel is going to be full of options to train things in Trailblazer. That's specifically what we're focusing on. So if you want some other guides, I do some other guides where we look at areas and things that we can do. I'm doing some game plans, how to spend your first day in Trailblazer to run your plan efficiently. That's what this channel's content is going to be centered around. So if you want to have a leg up on your competition, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much. We'll catch you later. And if you want, wait. If you want access to guides like the one that I just went through in this video, definitely check out r/WeSkillNow. That's what we're doing in here at this point. And hey, maybe you just want to share a meme or make fun of me or something. I'll react to it on stream. But that's what we're using the subreddit for. And you're totally welcome here as well. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much. We'll see ya. Working on getting this free sub. No! No!
Good day to you.
Why did voice detector say that? No!